It's Guapo Beats, and I'm at the Going Global.
Today's episode.
I guess that bitch kept it P after all. Yeah.
Now practice grinning to the crowd, El Guapo.
I don't usually talk my shit, but I'm about to talk my shit though. One time for the one time. And bitch, I'm in my bag, by the way. Why they hit on me? I be chillin', I be smoking gas, I be piffin'. Yeah, they wanna hit on Guapo, treat me like the villain. I don't really give a fuck, yeah, bitch, I'm big chillin'. I be smoking on that gas, yeah, I'm floating to the ceiling. I don't let this bitch,
We back. Another episode of Free Game Friday. Today we got a special guest in the building. Talented producer Guapo Beats.
Yes, sir. What's good with y'all?
What's happening with it, man?
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here, bro. I appreciate the opportunity.
Man, you definitely been doing it at a high rate, man.
Yes, sir. Got to.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I met you through K Glow, man. We was talking about just building relationships in the game, man, and just networking, man. How important do you think it is networking as a producer?
It's extremely important as a producer to network. You know, that's how mainly everything comes that you're looking for. You know, it's not about what you post and how good you do it. It's like you got to network too, because half the people that I work with and half the stuff that I did came from opportunities from other people, you know, that just presented itself to me. And you got to be smart enough to know to take that opportunity and jump on it. So it's like, it's real important.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
You talented, man. You work with credited with a lot of dope artists, man.
Yes, sir.
Moneyman, like,
Yeah.
man, how you go about, getting to these big artists, man, as a producer?
Honestly, with the Moneyman, so basically, like, I had DM'd him, like, a few times, like 3 or 4 times, and he wasn't really responding to it, but I was just like, I'm gonna just keep trying, fuck it, like, keep pushing it.
Right.
So I DM'd him a few more times, and then one time I had made this beat, and I was like, ooh, I can really hear him on this one, like, this is something. So I was like, all right. So I DM'd it to him again, he didn't see it, I posted it to my story. When I posted it to my story, I had tagged him on Instagram. And then next thing you know, he had watched the story. And he had watched the after he had watched the story, he had DM'd me. And then when he DM'd me, he was just like, yo, send me that real quick. And I was like, all right, bet. I sent it to him. He texted me back. He was like, take the drums off, send me the melody. And I was like, all right, I got you. After that, I didn't hear from him. Then close to album time came. That's when he hit me up and was like, all right, bet. Let's do this. I hopped with Young Lang. He put the drums on it for me. Like, we're going to run it. So, yep, that's how it came about.
Yeah.
Just keep trying, I guess.
Yeah, keep
just don't give up.
Yeah, and you strategic about, like, how you post your things, man. But
yeah.
You keeping it everywhere, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Any game you could tell any producers that's out there about, just placing their things on YouTube to the beat stars,
Like placing it
just being
on,
consistent
yeah.
with it, man. What do you think? What
so
do you
basically,
think
like,
keep
consistency is, like, real important. Like, a lot of people, like, they get a little bit of buzz, and then, like, once they get that little bit of buzz, they chill out and, like, okay, now I got to work on something big and just be quiet for a little while. And it's like, no, like, once you get a little buzz, you got to take advantage. Like, you got to do something. You got to keep pushing. Whatever you did that got you that buzz, keep doing it.
Right.
That's what they like.
Feed it.
So keep feeding into it. Give it that energy that they craving, and just keep rolling with it. Like, be consistent. Don't take a break and be like, I got to stop and work on this and work on that. No, once you get that buzz, once you get that train rolling, keep it pushing. Like, you got to. Like, consistency is real, real important in producing, in any type of art, any type of photography, anything that you do. Consistency is really important, because that's what builds that hard work, and that consistency is what builds that talent.
Facts. Keep polishing it. You speaking of pushing, you work with a guy that we know well and going global is Six the Pusher.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Speak about that relationship, man.
So, yeah, I met Six. I met him through Grayso Legendary. He's
shout out Grayso.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you know him. That's my dog. And I met him through him and Lil Winter Rider, and we pulled up to his spot. We was cooking up some shit, and after that, we had made something.
Lil Winter Rider, right?
Yes, sir. After that, we meshed up on that, and I was like, okay, now I'm in this little circle. Like, Grayso got me around some people. Six got his little setup. I'm like, this is what I need to be around. And then I had I was working at Take 5 Oil Change in La Plaza, dog. And then I had met Nigel because he started working there, and then once I met Nigel, you know, he was with that music shit for real. Like, I ain't never seen nobody at his like age and like real serious about it. Like, he really wanted to like dive into that shit bad, and like I was like, all right, bet I'm a producer. Let's do it. Like, come on, like let's do it. So we had made songs together. He had dropped them. He had a little studio somewhere in Cambridge out there, like some little studio in a garage or something. I don't know, but he was trying. But then once I got him with 6, then we started going to the studio out there. It was somewhere out there, but it was a real nice studio.
Right.
And we did the song "He's Alright" over there, and like, you know, he punched in, he did his shit, like took that shit serious. Like, that's what I fuck with. And then after that song, like him and 6 just like they never left each other. Like they had to like keep it going, like because like they had that chemistry, that bond, they built that connection. So that energy, they took it off, and like they doing their shit now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I love to see that shit.
I mean, that chemistry, that energy is very important. You also got a credit I saw on your profile with 4 a.m. You know, that's a young artist.
4 a.m. That's also through Grayso Legendary, bro. Like that's my dog, bro. Like, cause Grayso heard my beats like when I first like was getting into it for real, and he was just like, you know, I'm really feeling this shit. Like somebody got to hear it. Like I know a lot of rappers. Like let's do this shit. Yeah. So I was like, all right, bet. We was both working at Walmart at the time. They had 2 little females that said we look like twins. So that's how we had met. I was just like, oh shit, you must be the dude she talking about.
Right.
Like, yeah, so after that, we were just cool as fuck. And I went to a lot of video shoots with him. We did a whole lot of shit, you know, and just kept it going. He meshed me with a whole lot of people. 4 a.m., Weed Junky, Lil One the Rider, just 6, like everybody. Like, it's a lot of people and I appreciate him for that, because like, you know, I was looking for that. I was looking for connections and trying to get my name out there, because I knew what I could do, and I knew I had it. So I was like, I just got to get out there. So it's like, you know, that's important. That's why I say networking is like super important. Like, it's not just about what you do, but
how you hooked up with Weed Junky? That's like a kind of unexpected.
Yeah, it is, but like, it was pretty much through Grayso, because like he didn't introduce us like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't technically introduce us like, but mutual followings, and he had saw my beats. I guess Grayso posted it or something. I don't know, but Weed Junky had came on my page and like was fucking with some of that shit. So I was like, all right, bet. Right. And after a few of him hearing it, then he was like, okay, like let's do it. So we had tapped in on Murder Man, the Rick and Morty beat. You know, it was 2 separate albums that we had worked on.
Right.
So it's like,
shout out to Grayso.
Yeah, man. Networking is important. Like he knew, he had the idea, he had the vision. He was just like, I'm gonna put you with the right people, and the right people gonna be put with you. So I was like, bet.
Yeah, you're not the first person to be on the circuit talking about Grayso too. So you know, Fire for Real came in. He does his visuals with him, and that's great, man. You know, there's so much going on in the game right now. It's developing in New Orleans, and it's good to have people that's pointing people into the right direction. And having a network of people that are doing the right things. Yeah. So. Yes, indeed. That's very important, man. You definitely plugged in some people. You know, you can always feel like your energy. I only met you 2 times, and you real chill. You know, you to yourself, and you obviously have helped people along the way.
Yes, sir. Got to.
Yeah.
You know, anybody from the beginning process, you could ask them like, no, I ain't charging for a beat.
Right.
It's like sometimes it's not about money, but it's like, once you care about that shit and you really want to make music, you got to make music.
Pay it forward.
Mm-hmm. And then like that shit comes back to you tenfold. You know.
It's part of the game.
Yep.
Bless that, man.
That's facts, man.
Man, that's real, man. What's like the top 3 songs right now? Like songs you produce for artists that you're listening to.
Top 3
songs that are on streaming sites, not the ones you ain't put out yet. Top 3.
Right now, it gotta be probably Weed Junkies.
Weed Junkies.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I be bumping it, bro. I'm telling you, like, just it's been a while since we did those songs, but it's like, as far as like lyrics go, and just composure with the beat, and just the melodies and the songs, and just how his flows come, like, yeah, that's my favorite. His punchlines be crazy, his bars be crazy, like, I fuck with it.
Composure is very important, man. What's the influences, as producers? What's the sounds that influence you? Say like you was 10, 11, 12, about to start making beats. What you was listening to back then, man?
Back then, I was listening to everything because, my mama, she would listen to like all the rap, the gangster rap, and she would listen to all the Spanish music, the reggaeton, like she would listen to everything. But then I go by my dad, he would listen to the jazz, the soft rock, the sometimes like rock and heavy metal type stuff. But yeah, that's really where it came from. And then growing up in church with him, he taught me how to play drums a little bit. So it's like that's what really started pushing me towards music. And my dad, like, he's a musician. He can play drums, guitar, piano, bass, like he can play it all. So it's like,
so you had to get
I had to.
You had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Kanye or Pharrell?
Pharrell, mastermind.
Timberland.
Musical mastermind.
I'm with you. Timberland or Dr. Dre?
Back on the other one, I go with Kanye like 8 years ago.
Right.
I go with him like 10 years ago.
Right.
Cruise. Yeah, when he was working with Big Sean and they made that song
music.
Click and stuff, like, yeah. That's when I like Kanye.
He was tapped in with Hit Boy a lot, come to find out.
Yeah, Hit Boy too.
Hit Boy and Travis Scott, they got a lot bigger since then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Hit Boy's on the map.
Yeah. That's very important though, like producers, like people in your lane, how they working with the bigger producers as they, coming up in the game. You might just, like you say, hey, just do the drums. Or, hey, I'm going to just do this part.
Right.
Compose that other part.
Right.
Yeah, sending loops, like, what do you think you bring into that game, or where you see that going, man? 'Cause I think that's like a different thing right now, like how to...
I feel like sending loops is a great thing because not everybody can start out making amazing melodies, and that's fine. Like, it takes time, like, to really learn how to punch all those notes in if you work in FL Studio or Logic or however you want to do it. Right. And if you don't do it on a mini keyboard or anything like that, you don't know how to play the piano, like, it's hard. It takes time to figure out, but put the time to it, it will. But loops really do help that because you can watch a YouTube video and learn how to make the drums to beats, but the melodies is difficult. It's like you gotta learn some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like loops are important because loops help you discover as a producer. Oh, okay, I like this sound. Like I think I'm leaning towards this. Like, okay, and then it just helps you network too. Because other producers sending other producers loops. Now that's a collab. What if that one producer knows somebody else? Or what if they know somebody else? And then this goes with that.
I'm agreeing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
that network.
It all goes back to networking. Like, it's important. That's what loops is. Because for one, online, like selling it online, you can make a lot of money selling loops online. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, it's important.
Facts.
Financially, it's important as a producer. And just networking wise, it's important. So that's two main aspects to look at it when you think about loops. A lot of people don't like to do it because they're like, oh no, it's not my melody and this and that. Well, don't look at it as your melody. Look at it as his melody. Now you putting the drums and fuck. Now y'all putting the drums and now y'all got something going. Like now it's a collab.
Right.
Now when you drop this beat, you could be like, oh, me and him produced it. You know what I'm saying?
It's bigger than you made it something bigger than it was before, and it just, man, that's what
facts,
it is, man. Man, I love what you're doing with the game, man. Definitely appreciate you coming by, man. Anything that you got on, you can plug in, man. Right now, we can put this out this Friday, man. Anything you got going on, or you want to shine light on any artists that's recently jumped on your beats, man?
Shine on any artist that's recently jumped on my beats? I'll have to give it to
Weed Junky for sure.
Yeah, Weed Junky for sure. All of them. Right. But right now, I got this little dude named Hendrix. I got this little dude named Air Sign. He's a little Spanish dude, Spanish artist. He's real nice with it.
Come on.
I got Nigel's still one of my favorites. Like, I still bump his shit, bump his snippets that come out. Like, that's my dog. Like, I fuck with his music.
Like,
yeah. So, but shout out to G Scoogie. Okay. Shout out to Moonzilla. I fuck with them because they just hopped on some of my beats. They sent me that shit back. It's fire. So I'm just like, definitely got to work with them more. So, yeah, I feel like I got a lot of good it's not big people that I'm working with right now, but I feel like I got a lot of good going on right now with people. Like I'm building, a lot of motion, going on. Like a lot of people trying to tap in. Me and K Glow trying to take some shit off, trying to work with other producers, other artists. Like we just sat in here and chopped it up about so much stuff, and like we just trying to do it now. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like whenever you want me in here, I'm in here. Like let's work, let's produce, let's engineer, let's do whatever we got to do. So,
nice, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's time. It's time to take it down,
yes, sir. It's time.
Global, man. Let them know where you at, man.
It ain't time tomorrow. It ain't time yesterday. It's time right now. Cause all that matters is right now, bro.
Let them know where you at, man.
Man, I'm right out of the plaza, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm in the cut just like a Band-Aid. I got what you need, yeah, you can call me Rite Aid. Yeah, you can call me Rite Aid. Yeah, I sip that drink, I put that lean up in a Kool-Aid. Old hoes on my phone, yeah, I told them too late. Yeah.